Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. My name is Hannah and on this channel I post a lot of anti-MLM content. I will link a playlist right here and down below. This is my big anti-MLM playlist. We're building up to 90 videos and I add new videos every single week. So if any of that kind of content does sound interesting to you, I would love it if you would consider subscribing, consider liking this video. All those things really help to support my channel and I appreciate you so much for doing that. I was sitting down at my computer earlier this week and I was collecting content for MLM Top Fails number 45. So I was gathering things from my Google Drive, from my email, things that I've saved to my own phone, picking and choosing the different things that I wanted to include in that compilation video. And when I finally had a collection of things I wanted to talk about for MLM Top Fails 45, I kind of took a step back and I noticed a trend. Most of the things that I had prepared for that video had to do with Monat and a lot of the very concerning alarm bells, for lack of a better term, that we have seen in the past few weeks. So for now, MLM Top Fails is on the back burner, and instead I wanted to create a mini dive type video highlighting 8 specific reasons why it appears that Monat is right on the edge of a big downfall. There's 8 overarching topics that I want to cover in this video, and I'm going to just be calling each of them kind of a warning sign, because that's what I truly feel like they are. There are 8 big warnings that are being broadcasted right now regarding how Monat may be crumbling from the inside out. And I have to say right at the top of this video that everything is my own opinion, everything is alleged. These are my assumptions and my opinions that have developed from my interpretations of the information that I have been provided. I really just want this video to be food for thought. What behaviors is the company displaying? What might that mean is going on behind the scenes? And what might this look like for the company going forward? So without further ado, let's get into the 8 warning signs that I believe indicate the downfall of the multi-level marketing company Monat. Warning sign number 1 has to do with the graph of Monat's revenue that was presented to the top leaders of the company at the annual Directors Summit. I've shown this graph and I've discussed this graph in a couple other videos, so I wanted to make that the first thing we talk about to kind of get it out of the way. This is a graphic created by the company and it was shown to the directors that were invited to Monat's Directors Summit in February of 2022. The only reason that I have access to this graph is because somebody in attendance took a picture of the slideshow and posted it to their Instagram story. So this is not something that the company is publicly broadcasting to all of its representatives, but it was shown to the people at the top of the company and it's meant to represent the company's revenue year after year. The company was founded in 2014, so that's where this graph begins. You can see that we're slowly but steadily increasing in revenue year after year, all the way up until 2018, at which point we see that they take a little bit of a hit in 2019. At that point, the company's 5 years old. It's not as brand new. Their number of distributors is increasing. More people know about this company now. And this graph is representing the trend that MLM companies go through where they're founded, people are steadily joining, the ball is rolling, they're making money on an upward trend until you hit kind of that natural saturation point where the opportunity isn't really as good as it once was, and that revenue starts to taper off and eventually decline as people are joining, realizing that they can't make money, and they're quitting faster than people are joining. That's my interpretation of what may be going on here in 2019. But then, lucky for Monat and lucky for MLM companies in general, we had a pretty big global crisis in 2020 where there is a massive job security and financial panic that is going on. People are being laid off of their jobs. People are looking for work from home business opportunities because they don't want to leave their house. Schools are shutting down and school is moving online, which means that the kids are at home all day long, and it poses a problem if the parents are working outside of the home. So now they're looking for something they can do to be with their kids more. It's this absolutely perfect social and economic storm for MLM companies to explode like we've never seen before. And in my opinion, that's why we see a big spike in the revenue graph for 2020. People are generally panicking and reps in these companies are exploiting that panic. They are offering this opportunity and they are sucking people in. When people join, they buy a really expensive starter kit, therefore Monat's revenue spikes. And now as 2021 has wrapped and we are well into 2022, the social climate after the pandemic has shifted. More employers are offering remote positions, there are more work from home jobs than ever before, and people are kind of realizing now, like, wait a minute, I don't really need an MLM to be be able to work from home, to be with my kids, to have that flexibility and that time freedom. Those are all the benefits that MLMs claim they provide, but in this day and age, there's more opportunities than ever to have all of those benefits through a legitimate employer, with a stable paycheck, with benefits, with healthcare, with paid time off. And when you weigh it that way, you realize, wait a minute, MLMs really aren't as good or as lucrative as I thought. And we see in 2021 that Monat's revenue had that little downtick again. And it is of my opinion that MLM companies are having this mass exodus at this time. And all the people that swarmed to MLMs in 2020 are now sitting back a couple years later and going, wait a minute, this is not really as good as I thought it was going to be. I'm not really making as much money as I thought I would. And now look at all of these other opportunities that actually are legitimate and that I can take part in. And I'm going to quit this MLM thing and I'm going to go do that instead. I would not be surprised if we saw this graph continue to decline in upcoming years. In fact, it's rumored that Monat has lost right around 40,000 market partners this year alone, in the past 3 months alone. I'm not fully confident where that number came from. If I can find some kind of source to that, I will put it in the description. If you have the source to that, let me know. But that's not shocking or surprising to me whatsoever. I would 100% believe that that's true. Because as we know, it's statistically impossible for everyone who joins an MLM to actually be successful and to actually make any money out of it. So when you have this influx of people joining at the same time, all that's doing is making the existing people in the company richer, higher in the ranks, because now they've bulked up their downline. And it's only a matter of time before all those people realize, hey, wait a minute, this is a scam, I need to get out. And I think that time is upon us. And there's a max exodus of people quitting and terminating their accounts with Monat right now. And speaking of termination, the second warning sign that I have seen that indicates Monat is on their downfall is the very public termination of Angelique. Angelique was somebody who was at the rank of managing market mentor. This is the top less than 1% of the company, and she just got terminated via email for speaking out publicly regarding her experiences within the company and the questions that she has. Chelsea conducted an interview with Angelique while Angelique was still in the company. That video got posted to Chelsea's channel, and I believe it was the very next day Angelique was terminated. In fact, Angelique was right in the middle of recording a podcast with Roberta Blevins for her podcast Life After MLM when she got the email that she was terminated. I will have both Chelsea's video and the podcast episode linked below. I'm going to be referencing and crediting a lot of different creators in this video, and I promise I'll have everything linked so that you can go check it out for yourself. My interpretation of why Angelique wanted to speak out publicly was just because she had some questions. She had some concerns within the company and how things were running. And she was trying to create change within the company, but she wasn't getting anywhere with corporate. And virtually the moment that Angelique speaks out about the company, Monat had zero issue with terminating her account effective immediately. Via email, nonetheless. They didn't even give her the respect of a phone call. In Roberta's podcast, Angelique said, I've given 3 years and over $20,000 to this company, and they didn't even have the dignity to speak with her on the phone and give her the conversation she was owed. And if all that wasn't bad enough, it's even more infuriating when you consider it in the context of the market partners that Monat has consciously chosen not to terminate. For example, they have one Monat market partner at the top of the company who has made open racist and fatphobic comments publicly on her social media account where she promotes the company. Hundreds of complaints have been filed with Monat Compliance regarding this market partner and her behavior, and Monat Compliance has chosen not to do a single thing about it. There's another Monat market partner who went on this massive anti-Semitic rant on her Instagram talking about how the pandemic is a bigger crime against humanity than the Holocaust, all while proudly wearing a Monat sweatshirt. This has also been repeatedly brought to Monat Compliance's attention, and they have chosen to ignore it. I'm gonna link Mallory's video in the description box and her reaction to that clip. It's extremely troubling, so watch it at your own risk. But it has been over a month since those two market partners have been repeatedly reported to compliance, and they've still done nothing about it. Oh, but they had no problem expediting Angelique's termination less than 24 hours after she chooses to publicly speak out about the company. And she didn't even speak bad about the company. She just spoke the truth. She got terminated because she spoke the truth about all the shady stuff that's going on behind the scenes of this company. And of course, we can't have that. We can't have anyone out there talking bad about us, so they get the axe right away. But don't worry, we're actually fine with our market partners being racist, fatphobic, and anti-Semitic. That's all chill. And actually, I have seen several accounts of Monat market partners terminating their own accounts on their own volition as a direct consequence of Monat not taking any action to terminate those problematic market partners. There's people who are saying, wait a minute, you're not going to take a stand against this disgusting behavior? Cool. Count me out. I don't want to be partnered with a company like that. And claps for those people. I really respect that. But I think that this situation of Monat deciding who they are and are not going to terminate says a lot about their values as a company. The third warning sign that Monat is crumbling is that a lot of screenshots have been exposed about rank buying, as well as people trying to buy other people's businesses off of them. In other words, there have been a lot of screenshots that have been leaked recently exposing the unethical business practices and exposing how people are essentially cheating the system to achieve the ranks they are at. This first screenshot I'm going to show you, this was exposed by Angelique after she was terminated. This is a text message from somebody at the very top rank of the company, at the rank of SED. This is a message that the SED sent to another person, not Angelique. And it says, "Hey mama, would you be willing to terminate your account and rejoin under blank? I will pay $500 now and the biggest product pack cost for you to rejoin after the 6 months, or if they have an early opening, which I think they will soon. XOXOXO. I mean, you can rejoin under me again if you wanted." The purpose of this text is a little bit confusing, so I hope I can clear it up. This person who sent the text, she's at the top rank, she's at SED. She has somebody directly under her in her first level that isn't working hard enough. Quotes around all of that, right? But the person under that person is working hard enough. And it would really benefit this SED if she could just eliminate that middleman who isn't working very hard so that she can have this person down here jump up to be her level 1. So what we're seeing in this text message is somebody at the top of this company offering to buy out someone's business and saying, hey, if you quit, if you just remove yourself from the situation and you let your whole downline roll up to me, I'm gonna pay you $500 now. And then when you rejoin in 6 months, Zeke. All right, buddy. And then when you rejoin in 6 months, I'll buy you the most expensive product pack to get restarted. Now, if you're thinking to yourself, that sounds sketchy, that can't be allowed, you would be correct. This is in direct violation of the company's policies and procedures, specifically section 3.1 that reads, market partners shall not require or engage other current or prospective market partners or VIP customers to execute any agreement or contract other than official Monat agreements and contracts in order to become a Monat market partner or VIP customer. Similarly, market partners shall not require or encourage other current or prospective VIPs or market partners to make any purchase from or payment to any individual or other entity to participate in the Monat compensation plan other than those purchases or payments identified as recommended or required in official Monat literature. That is an extremely long-winded way of saying y'all can't be going and making little unofficial agreements on the side where you're offering to pay each other to help each other do well in the business. This is directly in violation of the policies and procedures. She can and should be terminated for that behavior. Coincidentally, this top upline person has been very quiet on social media. She has not been talking about Monat really at all for the past week. It'll be really interesting to see if Monat does the right thing and terminates her too. They should terminate her. That would be the right thing to do, but I would not be surprised if they let her stay with like a warning, a slap on the wrist, maybe a fine. Allegedly, they've done that with other SEDs before when they have acted out of compliance. They got to pay their way back to stay in the company. Because this woman is at the top rank of the company. She makes the company a lot of money, and it wouldn't be out of the ordinary for this company to just bend the rules just a little bit to let her stay in spite of this compliance violation. Similarly, on the same topic of cheating the system, here's some screenshots where people are working together to place their own orders so that they can hit their PV, also known as personal volume quotas for the month, so that people can hit ranks. The brief explanation is that within the compensation plan, to stay at the rank you're at or to rank up, you have to sell a certain amount of product, and that product is represented by personal volume. In Monat, it's about a 1-to-1 ratio, so 1 PV point equates to $1. So for example, if your PV requirement every month is 500, that means you need to be purchasing or selling $500 worth of product. But when it comes down to crunch time at the end of the month and people haven't sold as much product as they needed to, what they'll do is they'll just place their own orders, they'll get the PV points, they'll rank up. So in this group chat, one person says, hey, if you girls want to place an order to get to 200 PV, I'll Venmo them. A couple people are saying, okay, thank you, Venmo works, whatever. Later that evening, the first person comes back and says, okay, what amount should I Venmo? Will she put an order together to get to 200 PV and let me know the total? And someone responds back, she's at $100 right now, so she would need 115 probably to cover taxes and shipping if that's what you were doing. And she will absolutely order tonight. And then the other person says, okay, sent. Meaning, okay, cool, I just sent you the money through Venmo to place the order to hit your PV to hit your rank. I'm not sure if these next screenshots are coming from the same group chat. I'm assuming they are, but this person says, hey, can you process a return for the order blank made under your account, please? It's for Rejuvenique Oil Light and not the regular. I'll never use it. I'll ship it back and blank's card will be refunded. Then later it says, hey, just wanted to check if you got this message. And the person says, I believe blank still has my login information. I have no idea how to even word why I would need to return that much oil. And then here's a screenshot of the return packing list showing that this person is returning 12 bottles of Rejuvenique light oil. So we may be missing some pieces of context throughout here, but what it looks like to me is that people purchased a bulk order of things to hit their ranks, and now after the fact, after they've hit the rank, they're like, okay, cool, I need to get rid of all this product I just bought. This situation is in direct violation with section 3.21 of the policies and procedures titled inventory loading, which says market partners must never purchase more products than they can reasonably use or sell to customers in a month, and must not influence or attempt to influence any other market partner to buy more products than they can reasonably use or sell to customers in a month. And so what this person is saying in this final screenshot is she's like, I don't know how to even word it to the Monat return department why I need to return 12 bottles of Rejuvenique. Like, we shouldn't even be having 12 bottles of Rejuvenique in our possession anyway. So this is a little suspicious, don't you think? This is not the first example I have seen of rank buying. I'll link another post from the Instagram account Small Anti-MLM Angel. Last year, she exposed a different instance of rank buying, just like this. I'm showing this to you as an example of how Monat market partners are not running their businesses ethically. They are using shady practices to cheat the system. And now it's finally getting exposed, and it's not a good look for the company. And I feel like that's going to contribute to the company's reputation about how the people at the top aren't even getting there based on their own work ethic and their own efforts. That is what they preach from the top down. You can get here if you just work hard, but yet here I am sending text exchanges, placing orders to buy ranks and to buy people's businesses off of them. The fourth warning sign that Monat is crumbling is that on April 1st, there were two people within the top ranks of the company who announced that they were leaving Monat and they were moving themselves and part of their team over to a different MLM called Q Sciences. They both posted this really cryptic reel that says, and suddenly you know, it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. The RB Gals 2.0. This is extremely reminiscent of what happened a few months ago with a big team in Monat called WFAB leaving to go to iGenius. And they called themselves WFAB 2.0. So what I'm sensing here is that they're trying to kind of rebrand this team because they're leaving Monat and they're going to what they perceive to be a better opportunity. People hop from MLM to MLM for a variety of reasons, but the biggest reason most often is money, and that the opportunity to make more money is better elsewhere. And the two people who kind of seem to be orchestrating this entire move over to Q Sciences, they were in the top ranks of the company. I think the highest they ever got was executive director. That's second from the top. So the fact that there's two people at the top of the company that have the recognition that, hey, this is not really a good opportunity anymore, and this other compensation plan is maybe going to offer me a better opportunity, that entire scenario is very alarming. You're at the top of the company. You're supposed to be making all of this money. You have all of this freedom. You have all this power, and things must be pretty bad behind the scenes if they're going to leave all of that behind to pursue something they think is going to be better. Because isn't the entire goal of joining an MLM to get to the top of the MLM and make all of the money? So what does that really say about the opportunity when people did make it to the top and they still leave? That's a big red flag to me as far as what this opportunity is currently offering. The fifth warning sign is the fact that Monat currently is deciding to waive their re-enrollment period. And I have a clip to show you. This is from somebody in the top rank of the company who is explaining it, and the clip really speaks for itself.
But I don't know how many days this is with my dirty hair. I've worked out sweat, sauna'd, everything. There's so much dry shampoo in my hair. Thank God for these products. But I want to say that I found this news out today. Typically, when you terminate your account as a market partner, you have to wait 6 months to re-enroll. The period has been waived. So if you terminated your account before April 1st and you want to re-enroll, send me a message. I'm taking on new business partners this month, and there's so many crazy incentives that are happening right now. And also, if you want to relaunch and you've done this business before with me and you want to reach out and you want to restart, it's never too late.
So typically, if you quit Monat, if you terminate your account, you have to wait 6 months before you can sign up again. We saw this earlier in the video with the person at the top rank saying, hey, at the end of your 6-month period, I will pay for your new starter pack to rejoin. But as of now, as of this week, there is no more waiting period. Apparently, you can quit today and sign up again tomorrow if you really wanted to. This is highly concerning because it reeks of desperation. Monat appears to be losing market partners at such an alarming rate that they are willing to change their policy to allow for people to sign back up really quickly if they wanted to. It's practically 1 degree off from getting on your hands and knees and begging people to sign up again. And this highlights a huge issue that MLM companies run into. These companies have a constant leak where people are quitting as others are signing up. Now, in 2020, that leak probably wasn't so noticeable because there was this massive influx of people joining all at once, so the leak wasn't very noticeable. Lots of people signing up, not so many people quitting. But today, in 2022, with all the problematic things that are being exposed about this company currently, that leak is far more significant. People are quitting much, much faster than people are signing up. So the way that this appears to me is Monat is throwing a Hail Mary and trying to combat this leak. Because think about it, at some point, an MLM company is going to max themselves out on all the people that they could potentially recruit. The pool of people in the world to recruit from is going to dry up. So to counteract that significant leak of people quitting, they are changing their policy to open up this opportunity again to the people that they've already suckered in once to see if they can sucker them in a second time. To me, this is such a bad sign that the company is not doing well because they're changing the policy for an undetermined amount of time, and now all the people in the company are taking to their social media practically begging people to come back. It's not a good look. And on that same note of desperately adjusting policies, here's a video that just got posted a few days ago publicly on the Monat YouTube channel, and it's a message from their president, Stuart McMillan.
Hello, Monat family. Can you feel the energy? There's palpable excitement. The days are growing longer, warmer, and brighter, and we can't wait for spring to finally arrive. In the meantime, let's make sure we plug into this electrifying positive energy now and use all of our resources to come together for the entire month of April. We enjoyed a fantastic Customer Appreciation Month in March. In fact, we're not quite ready for it to be over. All April long, you can continue enrolling new VIPs with no obligation. With the option to cancel at any time, plus our money-back guarantee, you can keep sharing this irresistible reason to try Monat. Keep enrolling new VIPs and maintain those ongoing conversations to learn their needs, build trust, strengthen those relationships, and model the kind of business behaviors that will guide your team to keep growing.
Do you need my commentary? I don't know that you do. I don't know how people in the company watch that seriously, but let's break down what he just said. What he's talking about is the VIP customer policy. The VIP program in Monat is an auto ship program. First, you pay a $20 fee just to be a part of the program, and by committing yourself to that program, you are committing yourself to spending at least $84 on products 3 different times. You are locking yourself into 3 auto shipments, and you have to pay at least $84 on each one. So by joining the Monat VIP program, you are locking yourself into spending at least $272 on Monat products. Before the adjusted policy, which we'll talk about in a second, if you wanted to cancel your VIP membership midway through, you would have had to pay either a $20 or a $25 fee, depending on how many auto shipments you've already completed. That was the original policy, but last month in March of 2022, they adjusted this policy to to allow for VIP customers to sign up and be able to cancel their membership at any time with no fee. They're advertising it like no obligation, no risk. And with this video from the president, Stuart McMillan, they're saying, hey, we're going to extend that new policy through April, which I find highly interesting because allegedly their sales are tanking and they're hoping that by extending this new policy, they can incentivize people to become VIP customers if they make those people believe that there's no risk involved. In other words, as the company continues to get older, I think that their VIP program is getting harder and harder to sell people on. The benefits of the program do not outweigh the costs of the program, and there have been numerous occasions of people getting signed up for this thing, not knowing what it was because the market partner who signed them up wasn't transparent with them, and they're getting stuck in these auto ship programs that they feel like they can't get out of unless they spend a ton of money. The VIP program has a really bad reputation these days, and so I feel like they're trying to sweeten the deal to incentivize more people to sign up for it. And that to me is another red flag and another warning sign indicating that sales might be on the decline. Hello, it's Hannah from the future. I filmed this video yesterday and I'm editing it today and it's going to go up today, but it came to my attention last night that there is another policy that Monat changed for the month of April. So at this point in the video, we've already talked about how they're waiving that 6-month re-enrollment period, how they've changed the VIP policy to make it so you can cancel for free. And I'm just going to insert this little clip, take this as like a bonus reason why Monat is crumbling. For the month of April, they're running a block party incentive. The details say Monat block party, unlimited $75 bonuses plus unlimited $300 My Neighborhood bonuses. Market partners pass Smart Start, you can earn $75 for each block you build this month. And for every 3 blocks you build, you'll earn a $300 My Neighborhood bonus. Build as many blocks and My Neighborhoods as you want for unlimited block party bonuses. And if you're totally lost and confused right now, hopefully this will clear it up. As soon as you join Monat, you are placed into a 2 to 3 month Smart Start period. So when you join the company, you have the rest of that month plus an additional 2 months to earn these special bonuses. This Smart Start period is an incentive program for brand new market partners to try and get them to find VIP customers and to recruit other market partners. This right here is taken from the Monat compensation plan, and this is what every single person gets in their Smart Start period when they join the company. You get a VIP acquisition bonus. If you enroll 4 VIP customers within your first 2 to 3 months, you get $60. The block bonus is when you have 4 VIP customers and you recruit 1 market partner. If you do that within the first 2 to 3 months of joining, then you get a $150 bonus. And finally, the My Neighborhood bonus, this is when you have 3 blocks total. So that's 12 VIP customers, 3 people that you've recruited, then you get a $500 bonus. This is a permanent part of the compensation plan. Every single person who joins Monat has this opportunity to get these different bonuses. Now, what this incentive they're running for April is they're basically giving another Smart Start period to everybody. They're saying, hey, no matter how long you've been in the company, for April, if you complete these tasks, we will give you these bonuses. The VIP acquisition bonus, enrolling 4 VIPs, that amount is $60. That's the same this month as it was in your Smart Start period. However, the block party bonus is only $75 for the month of April, whereas in the Smart Start period, it's $150 for the same tasks. And then similarly, right now, if you build a My Neighborhood, you get a $300 bonus, whereas in the Smart Start period, it was a $500 bonus. I don't really care too much about the differences in these monetary amounts, but I wanted to include this little clip in this video because this is just yet another incentive that Monat is whipping out right now. They're like, hey, we are going to incentivize pretty heavily recruitment and getting VIP customers. So they're kind of opening up a modified version of their Smart Start program to everyone for this month of April. Again, there's red flags everywhere. My alarm bells are going off. This is now the 3rd incentive that they've rolled out at the same time to try and get the ball rolling in their company and to recruit more people and sell more product. They're making a lot of policy adjustments. They're bending a lot of rules. And in my mind, that screams desperation. So anyway, I'll let you get back to the rest of the video, but I had to throw this one in. Take this block party incentive and we'll just count it as like a little bonus warning sign that Monat is really struggling right now. On the topic of sales tanking, the company is continuing to hold weekly flash sales, and the discounts on these sales seem to be getting deeper and deeper. Monat has had flash sales on their products every Friday through Sunday, every weekend for years. And let's think about that. They're putting products on sale Friday through Sunday every week. That's 3 days a week that their products are getting discounted. So if we divide 3 days of the sale by 7 days total in a week, that tells us that 43% of the time Monat is putting their products on sale. Now, I personally don't know of any luxury hair care, skincare, or wellness brand that has their products on a discount 43% of the time. That never happens, so that's a red flag. And the discounts that they're giving are insane. Monat is basically putting their products on clearance every single week. Let's take last week's flash sale, for example. Monat ran a flash sale where you spend $84 on products and then you become eligible to get a grab bag added onto your order for only $15 more. This grab bag is this mystery assortment of 3 full-size products, 1 travel-size product, 1 only for you, whatever that is, and 1 free gift. So that's a grab bag of 5 products valued at supposedly $175 retail, and they are selling it to you for $15. That's a 92% discount. When is the last time that your favorite hair care, skincare, or wellness brand sold their products for 92% off? That's $15 for 5 products or $3 per product. Now, that's not even the worst part. Monat posted this reel after they announced the flash sale where they're showcasing 2 different products. And their caption says, "These dual-acting products will make you do a double take. If you're wondering, yes, you could receive either the double action hydrating serum or the inner force restructuring serum or both. Drop a heart if you're going to test your grab bag luck." So they're showcasing these 2 products as potentially being in your grab bag if you partake in this sale. Here's the issue. These 2 products have been discontinued for years. I couldn't find exactly when the Inner Force serum was discontinued, but the hydrating serum, this yellow looking liquid, that was discontinued in March of 2020. And you wanna know what's really nasty is that yellow serum should be blue. On the website listing, it's clearly blue. If you look at this launch video that Monat released on their YouTube channel introducing the new product, it's blue. And the Instagram account Detective Lovey has been covering this, and somebody responded and said, "LOL, I have this from when I was sucked in, and it legit changed from blue to this nasty color after 6 months of not using it." So basically, what it looks like to me is Monat is allegedly dusting off their old products that have been discontinued for years and selling them to their market partners through a flash sale. Somebody else responded to Detective Lovey's Instagram story covering this issue, and this is a very intriguing point. This person says you are basically paying them their waste disposal fee. You can't take expired or discontinued products to the dump. You need to pay a toxic waste company to dispose of it properly. Or you can get thousands of reps to pay the shipping fee and distribute your garbage all over the country. Many beauty products are considered to be hazardous waste by the Environmental Protection Agency, and there are regulations on how you're supposed to dispose of those things. So personally, I think that this is a very compelling argument that Monat may be getting their market partners to cover their waste disposal fee. Rather than taking all of this expired product from the warehouse and throwing it away, they're just tossing it into a grab bag. I'm not confirming nor denying this accusation. I'm just saying this is quite an interesting argument. Regardless, their tactic of including these things in the grab bags is working for them because there's over 800 comments from market partners on this post freaking out about how excited they are that these products are back. So these ones are coming back. Oh, I hope these are permanent again. I hope this means they'll be restocked. This person even says, "What? I thought these were a no longer item. I love the hydrating serum spray." And Monat says back, "They're not available for regular purchase, but it could be in your grab bag." AKA, we haven't created any new product because we have no intention of bringing this back. This is actually just our expired stock from 2 years ago. Are your alarm bells screaming at you yet? Because I feel like they should be. This is such a bad look. And finally, the 8th warning sign that is telling me that Monat is not having a good time over there is that they have not released their income disclosure statement for 2021 yet. It's April of 2022 at the time of this video, and Monat still has not shown us the numbers for what the reps at the different ranks made in 2021. The year of 2021 is long gone. It's not like they don't have these numbers yet, it's just that they're not reporting them yet. They don't appear to be in any rush to release the new income disclosure statement, which I find highly concerning. Now, I'm not saying they won't. I hope that I'm proven wrong. I hope that soon after this video comes out, we will have the new income disclosure. I'm just saying we're about 100 days into this new year, and where are your numbers? At this time, it's not required for MLM companies to create or release income disclosure statements at all. Hopefully that will change soon. In fact, I'm gonna link a website. It's called mlmchange.org. If you would like more information on how you can submit a comment to the FTC urging them to include MLM companies in the business opportunity rule, which would require these companies to make their income disclosures public to everyone, especially people who are looking to join. But if I'm gonna give a little kudos to Monat, it's the fact that they always have released an income disclosure. Not all companies do that. And I respect that because I use it in almost every single video. I talk about those numbers, I refer to those numbers, I use those as proof for my points. However, everyone is still working off of the 2020 numbers. And as we've covered already in this video, 2020 was kind of a booming year for this company. And now they seem to be on a downturn, so I would be very interested to see what the numbers for 2021 are looking like. I can only imagine how dismal they will be. And let's just say that I don't feel like it's any coincidence that they haven't released it yet. As soon as they do, I promise I will cover it in a video. We will talk about these numbers, we'll break them down, we will compare them to 2020. But as of now, I'm still waiting. And that, my friends, concludes the 8 reasons that I think Monat is on their downfall. In my opinion, their revenue has taken a hit. They're picking and choosing which people in the company their policies and procedures actually apply to and who they're choosing to terminate and who they're not. It's exposed that people in the company are buying their ranks. Big teams in the company are leaving to go to other companies that they perceive to be a better opportunity for them. They're waiving that 6-month re-enrollment period. They are waiving the VIP cancellation fee. They're running sales every weekend, discounting their products up to 92% and potentially selling expired products, and they're not showing us the numbers of what their reps made in 2021. If you've made it this far in the video, I urge you to be concerned. I urge you to look at these red flags and to be alarmed. If you're thinking about joining Monat, let this be your warning sign. And if you're currently in Monat, take this information as food for thought as to whether or not you should jump ship. All of my sources, all of the posts that I referenced, all of the accounts and the creators that I've referenced will be linked down below for you to check out. That is all I have for you for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I will see you in my next one real soon.